Today is the day that you finally let go of all the resistance to believing that you will actually accomplish your true dream, what you know is your birthright. You will let go of all the resistance. All of the doubts will melt away. And even if a doubt comes creeping back up, this acid will pour over it. It'll be cleansed like lemon juice and salt poured over it, washing it down the drain. All doubt about the inevitability of you achieving your ideal, of you doing the thing that you know you were born, you were sent here to do. All of that is going to wash away just by listening to the sound of my voice. And today is the day that you decided that there's no point in doubting it anymore. There's no point in saying things that seem like common sense. Oh, of course, everyone wants to rule the world. Everyone wants to be rich. Everyone wants to be famous. Everyone wants to be this and that. And not everyone gets to do it. Well, what does that mean about you? It doesn't mean anything. Because when you look at people who actually accomplish things, were they thinking about that? No. So why would you? You would never think that, because you are the one who does eventually accomplish all of those things you want to. Today is the day you see the little naysayer for exactly who he is, who she is, and you get them to shut their mouths forever and bind their mouths shut so that they can't even whisper in your mind anymore. All of this common sense, facts and logic and reason about why you can't do the things that they don't want you to do. That's why they're trying to stop you so hard. And right now, their mouths are being bound, and all that's left is this voice, my voice, saying, it will be done. And it has been done already in the eternal time. But I don't see the path forward. There's not this glowing golden road in front of me that I just have to walk down. I don't have any logical, reasonable steps that bring me to such great heights. Whoever had? Did anyone who is up there know how they got there? Do they ever really know? Has anyone ever said, yep, I knew exactly all the steps that would get me to do it, and it went exactly as I thought it would? You'll find that even if such a person exists, that's not really common at all. Not that being common matters, but it's just not necessary. It's not necessary to know. The only thing that's necessary is that you know that eventually you're going to get there. And eventually you'll see that it doesn't matter if you get there or not. The only thing that matters is you don't betray yourself in the fact that you want to get there. You'll never betray yourself again. If you spent your whole life striving for something and sacrificing for something, who is going to put it against you? Because you're not the kind of person who makes bad investments. You're not the kind of person who makes bad gambles. Remember all of the gambles that you made. Remember all of the risks that you took when you were caught between a rock and a hard place, and you somehow slipped out of it. And even though you've been in bad positions, you were always able to get the golden, the milk, the honey, the sweet, precious gems and fruits and everything from that. And it has made you into who you are now. So right now, if you go full force into the thing that you truly want to accomplish, instead of playing sidekick, instead of saying, oh, well, It's cringe if I try. Instead of saying, oh, but what if I get my hopes up and then I get disappointed? You're wasting all your time with this and rotting, and instead of questioning all the time, well, how am I going to do it? Is this the right step to take? Is that the right step to take? Am I focused on the right thing right now? None of that. You'll have none of those questions if you just believe. Take a moment instead of comforting yourself with distractions so that you're avoiding what you know is your destiny. Take a moment now to just sit back and sink in to the fact that it doesn't matter if you get to the point that you want to get to. As long as you just never let your passion die, never let that flame die. If you keep it alive and you say, oh, but if I keep it alive, what if my hopes come crashing down? They're only gonna come crashing down when you're gonna die, and don't you wanna die anyway? Like, aren't you waiting for that day? And when it comes, don't you wanna tell yourself that, I did everything I could. I lived a good life. I never died to myself. I never sacrificed myself for stupid people who are trying to hold me back. I just went full force at it. And even if I failed with style. Have you ever gone wrong by being delusional? By being so confident in something that you run straight into danger? Have you ever gone wrong that way? Really? Has it ever ruined your life? Really? Or has it always brought you beautiful fruits? Has daydreaming and thinking, oh, I'm gonna go to this country, I'm gonna go to that country, I'm gonna have this person in my life, I'm gonna be able to speak this language, I'm gonna have this skill, that job, whatever, and just fantasizing about it and feeling great about that, and imagining yourself in these interviews as a famous person talking. Has any of that ever hurt you? Have you ever thought, oh, I wish I was scrolling Twitter instead of that? I wish I watched some more YouTube shorts. I wish I was, instead of doing that, I wish I was doing something else other than daydreaming, right? Maybe you think you wish you used that time building up more realistic skills. But think about it. Aren't all the skills that you've acquired up to now a product of delusional daydreaming? And it's not even delusional because you actually did do quite a lot of what you were daydreaming about. And you're like, no, but this dream is the big one. This dream is just too crazy. And it's just another one of those that I always had in the back of my head of being this person with all this power, with all these people looking at me, blah, 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 and that never happened so far. It never happened so far because it wasn't time yet. You weren't prepared for it. Do you really wish it would have happened already with the person you were back then instead of the person you are now? And don't you know that all of the humiliations and all the pain that you went through, you know that was to make you who you are now. And you like who you are now, don't you? You feel a lot cooler now, and you're like, no, but I'm getting old. Once you reach this age, you're never gonna make it, blah, blah, blah. But you look so young. And who cares? It's just silly, honestly. Most people really don't accomplish things in their youth that much. Unless they're some kind of artist, one of those beautiful souls who gets chewed up and spit out, or they're like a crazy little Nepo baby. And that's just not your vibe. That's not the vibe for you, okay? You're not a little Nepo baby, and you're not one of those beautiful artists who crashes out in their late 20s, and we love them. But that's a very painful life, okay? And you don't even want that. Let's be real. You're more like a beautiful cockroach and you're just surviving and you're in it for the long haul. And like, people are gonna think you're so cringe. Every time you see someone who's really successful, all the haters around them calling them cringe. And does any of those comments take away their money, their fame, their work, their beauty? Does it affect them at all, or does it actually just boost them even more? So all this talk about, well, if I go full force into my dreams, then it'll just be cringe. Okay, that's great. You should be cringe. Be more cringe. Like, why aren't you? You should cringe max right now. Remember, think back about all the times you were mega cringe. Were you mega cringe because you were actually being cringe? Were you cringe maxing? Or were you trying to avoid cringe maxing and then that was what was cringe? Be honest with yourself. Like, and look, I understand you've had someone else, maybe multiple people. Well, yeah, multiple people. You've had multiple people up in your energy bubble, right? Poking in there, messing around. There's enemies around. You can't sleep when there's enemies around. You have to purify yourself. So go do that. Scrolling and reading dumb crap and, bed rotting, that's not purifying you. You are sitting in those dirty juices. Get up, rub some lemon lime on you, put some salt on your head, okay? Wash it off with some water, fling it out the window into the forest, okay? Go in the ocean water. It's summer there. Go in the ocean, wash it all off. It's gonna be okay. Bring the smoke, bring the incense, bring the candles. Those people are not affecting you anymore. They're not. You've already washed them off, okay? And so now there's no need for all of this. There's no need for all of this, okay? You just, like, your job right now is to prepare because you want to be that person that's ready for it when it does happen, and it will happen. This is like a message to you from the future of when it's happening. Like, you have to prepare. Like, don't be caught in dirty underwear on the day of like freaking redemption. Like, prepare yourself and it'll just come to you because, like, don't you believe? Don't you believe in your power of believing? And if you don't, then, like, what's even the point of living at all? And you'll be like, yeah, I like to be melancholy maxing and be like, oh, blah blah blah. But why can't you just be sad in a luxurious way? You don't have to be one of those cringe positive people who are like drinking smoothies and doing yoga. Nothing again. I love smoothies and, well, maybe not yoga too much because I'm lazy, but you know, you don't have to be positive. You just have to have your sad and angry and whatever negative feelings be luxurious because you are an aristocrat, okay? And you have to act like one. And do you think when aristocrats are crying, their tears feel like poor? Are they like, ooh, I'm a crybaby and this is why I'm poor? No, they're like, wow, I'm crying in my fancy house. These are rich tears. These are rich tears. And you can think these are pre-rich tears. Everything is pre. These are pre-world queen, king tears. These are pre whatever you want to be tears. You're preparing, and from this day forth, you are preparing. And it's going to happen so fast once you prepare for it. And it doesn't matter how it happens, it's just going to. It's just going to. And who sees how it's going to happen exactly before it happens? Nobody sees that. Nobody has to see that. That's for God to figure out. And so, yeah. Well, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of believing and then it doesn't happen? And then you're going to be sad. Like, aren't you going to be sad if it doesn't happen already? When you were like, okay, let me just give up on this because it's probably not going to happen, so I'm just going to give up on it. Weren't you sad then? Didn't it feel sad when you did that? When you're like, I'm not even going to think about this because it's never going to happen for me. I might as well just accept my place as a, submissive this or that, right? Just accept my place as a beta cuck. And then I'll be happier because I don't have these high expectations. But did that make you happy? Did it really make you happy? No, it didn't. It did not, did it? So, we're gonna stop with the silliness. I am invoking the angel of death to come to you. Sometimes he is scary. He's always scary, actually, but no, he's not always scary. Sometimes he's very heartwarming. I don't know how to put it. It's just like, I don't want to say cute. Oh, now my throat's getting. Ooh, the Dominators do not want me to talk about Mr. Death because he is who they hate the most. The energy vampires. What would they hate more than death? They are undead. So, like, they don't want me to talk about him, but he's actually your best help in all of this. And I'm invoking him right now so that you stop with this nonsense of let me just be humble so that I don't feel bad later. And that's making you feel bad right now. And that's distracting you, making you waste your time doing stuff that, you think is gonna be fun, but then it's like you're hooked into this doom scrolly glah, and then and then you're like, is this it? The time just flies by. The time, who knows time better than the Grim Reaper in his hourglass? Who knows time better than him? And if you want to manage your time, you need to keep him in your heart. He's a heartwarming guy, actually, even though he's scary. He does it out of love. And I mean, like, think about Mishima. Think about all the cringe stuff he did. And he failed. He failed hard. But we love him. Do we not love him? Are we not Mishima fans up in here? I love him. Even though he was not really a fan of women folk. We love him for the fact that even though it was mega cringe and unsuccessful, he just did it. He just did it. You know what I mean? That's what we want to do. And that's what we're going to do. Because this hypnotic video really does reprogram your brain. I'm very tapped in. You are tapped in. And we're ready. We're just ready. So that was wonderful. I feel so good now. And I'm so glad you were here with me to share this moment of like learning how to cringe max. We really learned how to cringe max right now. Like, we went back and we debunked all of the arguments against cringe maxing. Do you realize that? You're never gonna not cringe max anymore. I think it's time for a celebration. And yeah, we're gonna celebrate together. My thighs are kind of sweaty. Thank you for being here with me in this cringe moment, guys. And you're probably gonna have some cringe dreams too. And if you see the Grim Reaper in your dreams, then that is a really surefire sign that this hypnosis worked on you. Thanks for watching.